heard the expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words? Or maybe someone has said to you, this piece of artwork really speaks to me. Well, today we're going to play with that idea and really make our artwork look like it can talk to us. So all you need is something to draw with, a pair of scissors, and something to draw on. Preferably a piece of paper of any sort would work. All right, so get your supplies and let's get started. All right, so remember, you just need a pair of scissors, a pencil, and some sort of paper. Colored paper would work just fine. Here are some examples of talking art. I figured since you guys already knew how to draw the frog, I'd do a frog one. So you need to draw something that has a mouth in it. And we're going to do this little folding technique. And you have to be able to cut into the paper. So here's a bird. You could turn it into an owl. I know you guys know how to draw owls. So we did that not too long ago. I had an alien on this one, and this one right here is a fish. Bubble, glob, glob. You're gonna need your piece of paper. Now I'm gonna split my paper in half, which means I'm gonna fold it. Now if you folded it in half, you can simply just cut it, or you can tear your paper like you've seen me do a couple times now. Just pull it apart. Sometimes, once you get used to doing that, it does go quite quickly. All right, so fold your paper in half. Now I fold mine vertically, which means it's the long, tall way, sort of like a hot dog. All right, so then open it back up. You can see we've got a fold going down the middle. I'm also going to fold it the hamburger way. A lot of you call it this way. I call it horizontal. And then open it back up. Okay, now that little line just helps me find the middle, which is where I'm going to put my mouth. I'm going to close this again and close it the vertical way, and I'm going to make a slit, a little cut. I don't want to go all the way across. I only want to cut a little bit in. The longer you make this, the bigger your mouth will be on your fish. So you don't want to go all the way across or it will fall apart. So I'm just going to go about that big. And you can see when I open it up, now that's the opening where my mouth is going to be. Right now, it's not doing anything. It's not popping or talking because I have to do some folding of my paper. All right, so fold it back together. And what you're going to do is fold up, sort of like a little triangle. And I'm going to unfold it and then turn it over and use that same piece where I had the fold and just fold it backwards, okay? Now, you can open that up, and what you will do when it's open is you're going to put your finger on the back and push that forward. It's kind of a little tricky to do this part. Pull it up as you fold your paper, okay? And you can see the top part. Now you can see how it's going to talk. I'm going to do the same thing so I get a bottom part to my mouth. So I'm going to fold that down just a little bit. Flip it over, fold it backwards, open it up, push that going the opposite direction, and you have to fiddle with it sometimes to get it to work. All right, so now you really can see that talking. Now, if you'd rather make something besides the fish, that's fine. I'm just going to show you how to sketch it, and then however you decide, if you decide to color it in, is up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an oval and sketch it on here. Since I'm using a pencil, I'll sketch lightly. I can change it that way if I have the desire to do that. So I'm going to just kind of sketch that. And once you get that in there the way you want, you can darken that in or go over it with a marker. It should have two eyes. So I'm just going to make two ovals, one on each side, with another oval in the middle. You can color those in. Fish actually have two little slits here. You can also, instead of just leaving this kind of like a diamond, sometimes I like to change this so it looks a little bit more like an oval. Okay, if you decide to color that in, it can really help. Now, fish have fins. Since this fish is looking directly at you, we're looking at a unique perspective here. The word perspective means your point of view. So the fish, from the way we're looking at it, is looking right at us. All right, so I'm going to make the fins stick out from the side. And I do that by drawing a diagonal and a diagonal going the other way. And then I like to use a curvy line, but you could use a zigzag. You could even use a smooth curve line. It would work well. There's also fins on the top. The dorsal fin goes up here. And you won't be able to see much of the dorsal fin because we're looking straight on. And there's also one underneath. I think this is called the pectoral fin. Sometimes there's more fins on fish. That's up to you if you want to add them. You can draw some lines to show the texture of the fins. You could even draw some fish scales in here to add that texture even more. Maybe you want to add bubbles. Okay, so you can add as many details in your picture. I'm going to draw some water lines just to show that this is underwater. Now, you could use crayons or colored pencils to color this. I use kind of a combination when I colored it. I use marker for the fish and the lines of the water and the bubbles, but then I use colored pencil to color it in. So if you'd rather use just all colored pencil or all marker or all crayon, you certainly can do that. It's kind of a fun way to make your artwork a little more three-dimensional, actually popping out. And it's kind of fun too. I've used this idea when making cards. The only thing is if you're making this into a card, you probably want to have a separate piece of paper like this. This would make a great Father's Day card. And then you would have to probably cover so that it doesn't have that hole. Glue these two pieces of paper together, and then you could finish off your card with whatever saying you would like. Maybe it says, "Have a great day." So anyway, I hope you have fun. Remember, you can always post these to Art Sonia, to Seesaw, or you can just make it. That's up to you. What you decide to do. I hope you are having a great day. Be creative. Maybe you can come up with some different ideas for your talking art. And all right, talk to you later. Bye, guys.